from Athletes in Action. Jono Donald joins me now. Jono, kia ora, how are you?
I'm doing great, Andrew. Good to be here.
You're doing better than the All Blacks then. Honestly, we were, less than a week at number one? Not so much anymore. I mean, talk to us about that game. I mean, last week, there was a little bit of pride before the fire. Yeah, fantastic against the Pumas and strong comeback. What happened, mate?
Yeah, this was a tricky game, all right. I don't know where we're ranked. I don't know if we're still holding on to one.
I don't think so, because the Springboks won in the weekend as well. So yeah, I think.
Well, we had a brief moment on top. This was a tricky game. I watched sort of the first 20.
Yeah.
Got off to church. Listened in, but didn't really engage with any people because I didn't want to have the score ruined. Rushed home, and maybe I should have stayed at church and socialised.
Maybe should have.
A lot of yellow cards. 3 yellow cards during the game. Just some mindless stuff, really.
Yeah.
And hey, another historic win for somebody against us.
Yeah.
It wasn't so long ago that teams had never beaten us, and now it seems every year we're giving up. First time we've lost in Argentina.
Yep.
But to be fair, watching that game, you can't help but admire 50,000 Argentinians standing on their feet, jumping up and down, cheering their team on.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to applaud the other team. I think Argentina played really well.
Yeah.
They were up for it after losing quite convincingly the week before.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, we were flat. We didn't play very well at all. We couldn't catch a ball. We like to get yellow cards.
Let's talk about the yellow cards thing, because people, some of the commentary coming out of this is what are the All Blacks showing us at the moment? That they play dirty and they've got no imagination. Is that too harsh?
Hey, this is our team. That's a little harsh.
I know. This is not what I'm saying. I'm quoting somebody else here. Just wanting a response and feedback. I mean, put it another way then. The yellow cards, was that excessive, or do we deserve a bunch of those?
Some of them we deserved. Some of them, particularly Severese at the end, just stuck his hand out, slapped the ball down. He wasn't going for it.
By that point of the game, they were used to handing out the yellow cards, though, Yeah.
Yeah, so you just can't win. We had a period of time where we had 13 men on the field against 15.
Yeah.
And that both takes it out of the players. You can hold on.
And another 50,000 in the stadium egging on the other team, right? That doesn't,
Yeah, so, I mean, we spoke about this last week, but we got the big dance in 2 weeks' time. South Africa come into New Zealand, Eden Park, 30-year streak on the line, and we just have to play better. We have to be more disciplined.
Yeah.
We have to front up and have a bit of imagination with the ball. The high ball as well was really, we couldn't catch a high ball to save our life. So a lot of work for Razor and the boys to do in these next couple of weeks, and we'll do it all again in a few weeks, I imagine, see how they go.
And the thing that really worries me and a few other people is not only did the All Blacks lose, but as I say, Springboks won over the weekend, so that does change the rankings. And we were talking last week about, hey, are the Springboks got worse? Are the Springboks now beatable, or is it that the Wallabies are now as good as the Springboks? Because if the second one is true, it's looking a bit scary with the Rugby World Cup ahead, right?
I'm just glad the Rugby World Cup's, it's a little bit further out.
It is. Yeah, exactly.
We've got some time to build still, but South Africa looked very good. They're kind of typical dominant rugby, and Australia actually hung with them. They were maybe 15 minutes to go. James O'Connor missed a conversion, which would have put them in front.
Mm-hmm.
So they're playing some really good rugby, and I'm quite excited.
Yeah.
This is Test rugby, and sort of gone are the days where the All Blacks just win every game.
Yep.
I'd still like them to win every game. But we've got some good Test matches just right there on the horizon. So all to look forward to for the rugby fans.
Hey, it is excited, but we want excited with a happy ending, not excited with a. Having said that, though, some excitement with the women's game, the Black Ferns. Great start to their Rugby World Cup tournament.
Yeah, they the Women's World Cup got underway. If you haven't tuned in or been following along, then you've got to check in with this. Women's rugby it's definitely on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching the World Cup final, a number of years back in New Zealand. And what you get to see in women's rugby is a real variety of play. Most of the men's rugby, the game is very similar. Big forwards, lots of kicking, high balls. Particularly the last few years, the game is it looks very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But the women's game has a lot of variation, and the Black Ferns bring a lot of flair, a lot of attack, big looping passes and getting it out to the wings. And you have other teams like England that they like to go to the rolling maul and dominate with the forwards. So, there's some exciting rugby to be watching. And we got underway. We got a 54-8 win versus Spain. The game was marred a bit by injury. So we lost one of our real key players, Kaipo Olsen-Baker's her name, and she had quite a bad leg injury. I'm not sure if it's broken, but there was an ear cast on there and she had to be carted off. So, a bit of a dampener.
That is a bit of a worry, especially against Spain. Honestly, there was no version of reality in which Spain was going to beat us anyway, and to lose such a major player for a game against Spain, I would say in the past few years, whereas previously the All Blacks were unbeatable, the Black Ferns seem to have been unbeatable in the last few years. I don't want to jinx anything, though. Do you think they're still unbeatable going into this World Cup?
Hey, I'll tell you the team that is pretty much unbeatable. I don't know if you've seen this England team, but they've won 57 out of their last 58 games.
Oh, my goodness.
I think it's almost 6 years. I had to do a little just backdrop to see the last time they lost a game was against us in the Rugby World Cup final. The previous, and it was a dramatic, crazy sort of game. So let me give you the top four at this tournament. So if you want to tune in and follow, these are the teams to watch. England, ranked number 1 in the world, have won 57 out of their last 58 games. Canada, currently second in the world. They drew with us 27-all this year. And apart from that, they've won all their games this year. New Zealand, we're the same. We've had 1 draw this year, otherwise undefeated against Canada. And then in fourth place, fourth ranking, is France. France has lost 1 game this year, and that was 43-42 to England. So the depth in the women's game isn't, you could say that in the men's game, there's not a lot of outside of the top 10 strong teams. But in the women particularly, these top 4 teams, England, Canada, New Zealand, and France, once we get through the pool play and get into some of these quarterfinals and semifinals, there's going to be some exciting matches.
Certainly. And in terms of the pool play, anything... The challenge is that with that much strong opposition, will we even make it through the pool play? I suppose that's...
I think we'll get through, definitely. Be interesting to see some of these matchups. One player I want to draw your attention to, because this just goes, I've been learning myself, but this goes against all things in rugby right now. Of the top 5, I did a bit of research, the top 5 most followed rugby players in the world. So we're talking social media, we're talking TikTok, Instagram engagement. Here's the top 5. In 5th, Dupont, who's France men's team, who's probably their best player, halfback. In 4th, Dan Carter, he's still hanging around. He's got 1.3 million followers.
I thought he was working for Chemist Warehouse now, but apparently he's got a big social media game.
Sia Khaleesi, captain of the Springboks, season 3rd. He's got 1.3 million. The second most followed rugby player, Sonny Bill Williams. He's somehow still kicking around.
Somehow.
And then the top followed rugby player is this lady called Alona Ma, who has between 5 and 9 million followers on social media.
Wow.
So you can just see this absolute disparity between all of the top men's players, and then this one lady who is just... She plays for the USA women's team. She's played at a few Olympics, and they got the bronze medal in Paris. But I think this is a real interesting take for women's sport. Off the pitch, she's funny, she's authentic on TikTok and Instagram, and her content has turned her into rugby's most followed player, with millions engaging with her, talking about body positivity and just being an advocate for women's sport.
Wow.
I was just talking with my wife, who's American, about this. She was saying girls all over America, they're into football, but you can't really play football as a woman. But here's the sport where you can be physical, you can embrace your body in a positive way. You don't have to look a certain way. And that's just got me thinking, well, I guess it's just another sort of another thing to be watching. Now, they didn't do so well. They played England and lost by about 60.
Yep.
But how cool that rugby can have a following in a different way like this, where people who have never watched rugby are tuning in to watch her play and watch the World Cup.
Yeah.
Kind of exciting.
It is kind of exciting, and she sounds like she's the Taylor Swift of rugby, really, doesn't she? That she's got a massive following, and hey, being able to say positive things, something we've talked about beforehand, using your platform to speak life, to point people in a positive direction. Yes, the sport is important, but what you do with that, what you do with the opportunities that it brings, it's also important as well. Hey, Jono, lots to play for. Lots of exciting sport to be watching. Thanks so much for what you bring. Thank you for the research that you do preparing for these conversations. I know you enjoy it, but thanks for being on the show today.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Andrew.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.